So today I'm going to be talking about how I just use the law of assumption and imagination creates reality in real time. The thing about this spiritual practice, it's not just about manifesting an SP, it's not just about manifesting money or influence. We should be using these techniques in our day-to-day life. And I most definitely use it because I know it works and it's right and exact. So this morning, literally about an hour or so ago, I was actually woken up. Someone had called me. They woke me up out of my sleep. So I grabbed my phone and I checked my text messages, and I received a text message from this liaison stating that they did not receive some equipment that I sent over. So of course, I'm a human. I was nervous. I was a little scared. So I jumped up out of my bed. I sent her a message. She didn't respond. So I called her. And keep in mind, I must admit, I did have a assumption about her being somewhat of an airhead. Because actually, the equipment, when I sent the equipment back, I sent her a screenshot of the tracking information. So, when I reached out to her, I asked her, did she receive it? Did she receive the screenshot? And she was like, no, I can't receive screenshots on this phone, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, she gave me the number to IT. Now, keep in mind, everything was just like racing through my mind. I was scared, I was nervous, and I was just literally thinking, hey, I don't want to have to pay for this equipment. I sent the equipment off and I sent the screenshot to the liaison. So anyway, she gave me the number to IT. I called IT and I spoke to a lovely young lady. And actually, what I should have done before I called IT, I should have visualized everything being resolved. But anyway, getting back to the story, I spoke to a lovely young lady and I explained to her what was going on. And I gave her my tracking or shipping number. And she placed me on hold for a couple minutes, came back. She didn't see anything. So she came back again. I confirmed the number I gave to her. She placed me on hold. She couldn't find it. So while she placed me on hold the second time, what I did was I just imagined them saying, oh, I received it. Everything is resolved. It's on our side. So while she was talking, I still was a little nervous, and I was actually putting on clothes because what I was going to actually do was go to UPS because that's where I returned the equipment to confirm to see what happened. But anyway, when she came back, she confirmed to me that actually they did receive it. It's on the dock and it's something internal, and they don't know why IT emailed the liaison. So she told me, don't worry about it. They received it. Everything is good on my end. And that's why I came on here to do this video, is to remind everybody we should be using the law of assumption and imagination creates reality on a consistent basis. And again, I did have human feelings. I was nervous. I was scared for a minute. Everything ran across my mind, and I heard a stillness within me say, hey, imagine that it was received. This reality is not solid, it's malleable. So that's what I did, and I received my confirmation. So again, we should be using this on a consistent basis. If you are applying for a job, you should go to the end. I was about to say receive that email stating that you've been hired, but no, actually, you should go further than that and see where management is telling you you're doing an amazing job. Okay, if you're trying to apply for a credit card, you should see yourself shopping online or going into a store. If you are waiting for a confirmation from school, you want to be approved for a particular college or university or technical college, you should already see yourself in class doing your homework. Again, we should be using this on a consistent basis, because what will happen is you will teach yourself that, hey, I create my reality. And let me just say this, for a split second when I was on hold with IT, I was asking myself, goodness, how did I create this? Really getting down on myself, and something was like, listen, it doesn't matter. Nothing is written in stone. You create your own reality. Go into your imagination and see that this equipment was received. Because I know for a fact, sometimes I find myself doing that, figuring, wow, how did this happen? Listen, it doesn't matter why and how it happens. We're constantly changing our states all the time. But the truth of the matter is, if you want to get the results that you want to, you need to hear it in your imagination. You need to assume that all is well. You need to hear what you want to hear in your imagination. And what will happen is, if you're constantly doing this throughout the day, guess what? When something does happen, like how that just happened to me, yes, I felt my human emotions. I was fearful. I was scared for a split second. And then instantly I clicked back into, I'm the operant power of my reality. I create my reality with my imagination. I assumed that it was resolved. I heard the word stating that all is well. And like I said, the more you do that, you get into the habit of not going crazy and exploding. Because the old me, but prior to knowing this information, I probably would have exploded everywhere. I probably would have been nervous and just probably went to UPS angry and crying and all that. And I didn't have to do all that. Because first of all, I absolutely know that I returned the equipment. I have the tracking. So even if I didn't even use the law of assumption or imagination creates reality, I already did what I had to do. But again, we should be using this throughout the day. So when something happens, you already know, okay, let me go ahead and feel my human feelings. But then after that, let me go into my imagination and hear what I need to hear. Hear that, yes, you were approved. Yes, you received the job. Yes, you received the A plus 100. Yes, all is resolved. Yes, you won this court case. Whatever the case may be, whatever it is, because if you are a human on this planet, you are waiting to hear some type of positive confirmation. And if you consistently do this, like I stated before, when life happens, because guess what? Life will happen. And I'm a life coach, law of assumption teacher. I teach manifestations, but at the same time, I'm a human being. However, I have integrated these practices in my day-to-day life. So I don't allow the world of Caesar to really get me down, because I know at the end of the day, my imagination is what's creating this reality. And if I want to change it, I change it from within. And actually, I'm happy this happened this morning, because guess what? This reminded me to stay consistent with my daily practices, because that is extremely important as well too. Before you start your day, make sure you are visualizing yourself having an amazing day. You are visualizing everything going as planned. You visualizing that you are meeting kind, supportive people in your life. And I'll give y'all a prime example. The other day when I woke up, I found myself thinking somewhat negative about a couple people in my life. And I had to stop myself. I said, no, stop it. No one is against me. No one is doing me anything. I was able to identify that negative script in my mind trying to convince me that something was wrong and some people were against me. And see, that's another thing. When you are constantly using this practice, you will sometimes catch your mind going into an undesirable state. And when that happens, and actually what I do is I consider that my ego. Your ego wants to keep you safe. Your ego wants to keep you in conflict or have you mad and fearful of people. And what I do, and I just want to say this before I leave, what I do is I will talk to my ego and say, listen, ego, nobody is doing me anything. Nobody is against me. This is not true. I am safe. All is well. And a lot of times I'll calm myself down and come back, to a chill state. So yes, when you start your day, use the law of assumption, use imagination creates reality, use this consistently throughout the day. Set the tone of your day, speak positive affirmations through your day. And when you are going through your day, if you're at work, see yourself having a great day, see yourself interacting with all of your patients and your clients and your customers in a positive way. Hear them saying, oh my God, thank you so much, you did an amazing job, congratulations, employee of the month. Yes, you can go that far as well too. You can also hear, hey, you received a promotion. Hey, you received an increase in salary. We can do this. We can go as far as we want. However, again, we have to get into the practice and the habit of using it consistently, because what will happen is when things do happen, because things will happen, because this is life, you can course correct and get on the desired timeline. Well, anyway, I hope this helps somebody. I was like, you know what? Let me get on YouTube and discuss this story, because I'm pretty sure this will inspire somebody. Like I said before, even though I'm a coach, right? I'm still human. Life still happens. And again, I use the law of assumption and imagination creates reality to get my desired results. Anyway, have an amazing day. Take care.